Good evening, everybody. Welcome on our Let's Talk It Out. I'm very sorry about the technicalities that were happening before this live, uh, due to the fact that our guest tonight, he's not quite familiar with the live on Facebook. Okay, so I believe everyone has been waiting for tonight, and I am so happy and so thrilled to announce that Mr. Naushad from Multi Marketing, the director of Multi Marketing Company, will be with us. He gave us his time, and I'm quite pleased and happy. And I know for a fact that our South Africa will never be the same because we've got so many authors, we've got so many creative minded people, that they don't know where to go, who to ask, and how to do these things. So when we have people like Mr. Naushad, who is in the publishing company himself and who is running the company, with together with his subordinates, of course, and the other authors that are working with him. So, it's gonna be to many people out there, and I am sure that um, being the host and also a host with so many talents, you know. I'm also busy writing my own novel, and I know that I am going to benefit a lot out of Mr. Naushad. He's all the way from KZN, but he's going to tell us more when he's with us on the show. And our technical team, they are busy connecting him with us at the studio here. And I am so thrilled. And if maybe you have a question that you would love to throw uh, for Mr. Naushad, you can just write on the comment below so that we can read um your questions. Hey, Mr. Naushad, how are you?
I'm fine, Akashi, and yourself?
I'm doing so great. Now that you are here, I'm thrilled. Well then, Mr. Naushad, without wasting any time, because we've been waiting for you, tell us, man, who is Mr. Naushad? Tell us about yourself. What can you say about yourself? We need to know you.
Well, basically, my name is Naushad Khan. I'm the director of Multi Marketing, which is actually a holding company for many of my business interests. One of which, and I think one of the one I'm most passionate about, is the publishing. What people may or may not know about me is that I'm also a published author myself. I published a book called Race Champ Part 1, The Oval Tar, which came after 8 years of struggling and to try and get published. But like they say, patience is a virtue. Perseverance pays off. And yeah, I finally got published. And after that whole struggle, I realized, you know what? Let me, knowing where I came from and my struggles, let me help other authors like myself get published. So that's where the whole idea of multi-marketing actually came about. So yeah, I'm just Naushad Khan. I'm a boy who grew up in the library. I used to read 24 books a week. Yeah,
Wow,
I know, very shocking, very shocking.
you
Yeah,
are a
I used to read
man.
24 books per week, and the library was like a second home to me. And after
Wow.
reading so much, I started picking up a pen and any scrap piece of paper I could get my hands on. I started jotting out ideas. I had, in my mind, ideas would just conjure themselves up, and I was writing from the age of 5 years old. So I would write up childish ideas. At 10 years old, I actually wrote a Western novel, which hopefully I hope to publish one day. And people were shocked that a
Okay.
10-year-old is writing a Western novel. The idea of
Wow.
Race Champ actually came to me when I was 17 years old. I was in high school and I wrote down, as you can tell, it's called part one. So there's three parts to this trilogy. I wrote down all three parts in 1 month, split it up into three parts when I realized that one story was way too long. And yeah, after I finished my matric, started working and I started this long and arduous journey trying to get published from publisher to publisher, pillar to post, 8 long, hard, enduring years. But eventually, like I said, I achieved a goal, and my life motto is believe and achieve. If you
Mm.
believe that you can do something, and your mind can arrive at your destination before you do, you can achieve anything, and this is proof of that. And the fact that I have been able to establish multi-marketing publishing and help other authors believe and achieve their dreams as well is a testament to my life motto. So that, in a nutshell, is
Mm.
basically who is Naushad Khan.
Wow. Wow. That's a bombastic thing, you know. I am still processing what you are saying right now. You know, I'm taking note of what you are saying, that you started at the age of 10. And, you know, at
Fine.
the age of 17, you wrote a novel again, you know. So this thing comes like a gift, a talent, a gift that's within you. And, you know, I believe you can train uh, authors starting from age 10 years, you know, because here you are, you
Before that, yeah.
believed in yourself, and you are this director of a company today. Who knew that one day, Mr. Nushad, the nerd, you know, that's what these kids are calling people who stays in the library for longer. You know, they say they are nerds. Okay, going to our second question tonight. Tell us a brief summary of your company. Tell us about how did you started it, was the challenges and everything that goes with it.
Okay, before I go into that, I'd just like to correct you. I actually started writing from the age of 5, and you can train anyone to start writing from any age. And I started writing books at the age of
Mm,
5 and then moved on. But coming to
mm,
multi-marketing, it was a long time in the making. Although I only established it just before the pandemic hit the planet, I self-taught myself how to design websites. I think from around 2015 going forward, so around the age of 21, I self-taught myself how to design logos, website, and I was always a business kind of person. I always wanted to run a business in order to help other people to achieve what they want to achieve via me. And I think my primary school classmates, peers, people who know me from a long time know that I've been very business minded from a young age and very author and writing minded from a young age. So being someone who
mm,
taught himself how to web design, at that young age, I didn't know that that was something you could actually provide to someone. I thought web designing was someone anybody could do because, now in the age we're living in a smartphones, digital age, it's like, everybody can just access anything they want to do. But I realized that, not everybody has that skill. So why not I offer that skill
mm,
to people and help them
mm,
achieve something of getting a website online. I went into marketing, so I helped small to medium enterprises get into marketing. I help YouTubers and bloggers alike, with their channels and their content. And of course, the big one is publishing. I help other authors get published because myself, like I said, I know the struggle. I waited 8 years to get published, and when I finally achieved it, I realized, listen, there's so many other people that could be helped, and I could be that vehicle through which people and other authors can get help to get published. That's why I decided, let me establish multi-marketing publishing and help other authors out there like myself get themselves published, because I went through the entire thing from start to finish of how to publish a book. So I know each and every step of the way, each and everything, how to get from point A to point B. So why not use the skills that I have to guide other authors on that path to getting published? Because out there in the world, there may be other printers, publishers, but there's a lot of sharks out there, a lot of people trying to rip you off, people trying to,
yes.
take advantage of you. Whereas I am coming from a
Mm,
place of me being in that same place that other authors were. So I want to be that person who helps other authors get themselves published, because I'm not a person who would rip someone off or take advantage of them. I'm here as a shepherd to guide you from where you are right now in your book to all the way through to getting it published. So that's why I started multi-marketing.
Okay, okay, okay. Wow, wonderful. You know, I'm thinking about myself. As I said that I was busy writing a novel and didn't know which door that I can go to and knock. I didn't know where to start up until I spoke with Mr. Elia the previous time on this show, and he opened up my mind, and I believe with others as well that was like me, you know. But now I'm happy to speak with the director himself, the shepherd himself, because one of his sheep was the one that led us to him. But you know, I'm taking so many things that it you have struggled for about 8 years before you could uh, do your own thing, you know. And with the people that I understand in our society, in our nation, that we tend to lose patience very quick. What can you advise on us as beginners in this path?
Yeah, that tends to be a big issue. And you know what? I almost fell into that same trap of giving up and thinking to myself, you know, in this country, there's no chance for me of getting published or reaching my dreams. But there's a light inside of me that just wouldn't die. I said, no, that can't be the case. There must be a way to get this done. And I was determined and dead set on achieving my dream. So any author out there, or someone who's written a book and doesn't know, or feel like, you know what, they want to give up, I say do not give up on your manuscript, because there is no way that you would be given such a unique talent, especially in this day and age where everybody's consumed by TV, radio, PlayStations, game consoles, all that, and you are here with this incredibly unique talent of writing and be able to bleed words and put those words onto a paper. There's no way that you can have that talent, or you'll be given that talent without a rhyme or reason or a purpose. So think of it in that way, that you are unique. So don't throw away your idea or your manuscript or your story or your whatever it is that you have in your mind. And this applies to everybody, not just writers. Don't give up on your dream, because just like me, I waited 8 years and I even thought that it was never going to happen. But look, it happened. I'm here now. I published a book. I've helped 5 or more authors get published, and their books will be distributed in bookstores. So don't give up on that. And if you don't know where to look, the best place and the best source is what we have, all of us have in our hand, and that's a phone. And there's this wonderful invention that I'm sure everybody's heard of called Google. You jump on there and you can find anything and everything you're looking for. Just remember to always keep your eyes peeled and look in the right places. And if you don't know where to look, I am here. Naushad Khan from Multi Marketing Publishing is here to guide you onto the right path.
Wonderful. Splendid. Nice one. Nice one. Okay. Now, coming to us as these new authors, tell us what is the procedure and the protocol that we need to follow as the authors beginners. You know, I'm gonna put it that way, as the beginners, and also not only for beginners, because I do understand that you help everybody, the experts as well. You know, maybe a person doesn't have a reliable publisher, and here you are on multi-marketing. You know, now what is one have to do, and which procedure to follow?
Yes, like you mentioned, I don't just help people who are beginners, I even help the experts as well. And like, for example, I have this book right here that I just distributed called Mother's Know. It's by an author named Fiola Dawit. She's actually a person who was born in South Africa, but now she is based in Saudi Arabia. And she wrote this book in Saudi Arabia, writing letters to her daughter. And yeah, so it's got
Mm.
like pearls of wisdom for females. And so this is an international distribution. This is a person who wrote a book already, published it themselves, and all they needed was distribution. So I help anyone at
Wow.
any stage, whether even if you have a book already, I can get you distributed to the bookstores. If you've edited your book already, I can help you do that. If you've done a layout already and you have a cover design, brilliant, I can help you take it into the printing stage. So right through, anywhere through in your journey, you can come to me and say, I have this, this, and this. I just need that, that, and that done, and I can guide you into that way. So coming to those who come to multi-marketing, there are two types of people. There are those who have already written a book, and they just need it now taken from the editing stage through to printing. And then there are those who have a great idea for a book or have a great life story that they want to be told, but they don't know how to write it or exactly put it into words. Those people, we consult with them. We even do ghostwriting where they tell us what they want to have in the book and what exactly to their
Mm-hmm.
specifications we can write it out for them. Obviously, they approve it, and then we move forward. Now, once the story is written,
Okay.
even if you have like an idea and you don't know how to formulate it, you consult with us. We can help you formulate that idea and turn it into a better book. Coming to those who have already written a book and they just need it now from editing right through to printing. You bring it to us, we edit it, proofread it, then from that stage, we take it to layout and cover design, where we basically lay out your book nice and neat. We give it a great cover. If you have an idea for a cover, great. If you don't, we'll give you some options for you to look at. You can pick what you like. From there, we also do ebook conversion. So we convert your book into ebook. We have someone who can upload this ebook onto places like Amazon, your Google Play, e-commerce sites. I'll get to that. I'll get to that a bit later.
Wow.
We also do someone who can do printing. So we print for you initially 30 copies, but we give you an extra 10 free on the house from our side, just to say
Mm-hmm.
thank you for publishing with us. And those 40 copies are used in your book launch. So book launch, absolutely essential. It is the kickstart of your marketing campaign. It is what everybody will be looking at, bookstores, distributors, everyone will be looking at your book launch to see how well your marketing has gone. So we do a book launch for you. Like I said, there's 3 types of book launches. I have a video over my YouTube channel that goes to that. There's a studio launch, a physical book launch, and a Skype launch. We also do websites for authors. Author website, very essential. Your website is the flagship of your online presence as an author, a digital presence. If you have social media presence, even better, but you need a website because that is sort of like your business card, your ROI. So there's 2 types of sites. You can have a basic blog site, which is just a promotional tool. You can have an e-commerce site where you can sell ebooks on your site. So those are the 2 types of websites. We also
Nice.
do digital marketing of your book completely free of charge. I also forgot to mention we do ISBN and barcode. So basically, this little thing at the back of your book, it looks like a little barcode. That's done completely free of charge. Also, online digital marketing completely free of charge. Print media and radio media,
Wow.
obviously there are costs involved that can be negotiated. We do that as well. Future marketing events for your books, whether you're looking at doing a signing session at a mall or a library, whether you're looking at doing a press conference, a press release for your book, book signings at bookstores that are selling your book. And of course, right at the end of the stages, we have national bookstore distribution. This is where we take your book, like we did for Fiola Dawood, like we've done for our very own published author, Mohammed Zahir, like we've done for Kim Bagshaw. We distribute your book into the bookstores across the country and even parts of Namibia. So the whole southern region is covered. Your bookstore can be in all the great national bookstores across the country. And of course, for every sale that's made in the bookstores, you earn a royalty as an author because this is your book after all, and you deserve it because of the hard work that you put in to make your book the way it is. All we are at Multi-Marketing Publishing, like I said, we are just the guide, we are just the shepherd, but you as the author, you are the star, you are the one who put in the work to get your book out there. So that's the services, A to Z, exactly what Multi-Marketing Publishing offers for anyone at any stage, A to Z.
Wow. 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 I'm stunned. And, I remember talking with you on call, and we had a great meeting. Even there, there's something about your energy, Naushad, and it just revives something inside the author, the writer, you know. And I believe with the authors that have been with you, and if we can just speak with them, they will tell us the same thing that I'm feeling at the moment, that you've got a special gift whereby when you speak, you know, you make a person to visualize it. Right now, right this moment where I am at the studio, I am seeing everything, like, you know, the platforms, this, that, Amazon, and it's quite, it's like a dreamy coming so through. I don't know about you, author there that's watching. You know, if you've got a question for Naushad, you don't know where to start, and you are listening right now, I can see that there are people with us. Some, they're saying, I'm very, I'm so excited, you know. Some, they are saying, that is Pagala Dawood, okay? And the other one, Tunyelwa, she's saying, wow, thank you. And, you know, Nkubela and all of Kanziba, Nozdinga, and, you know, just pass share the link, okay, to others, because there are many other people that maybe some, they are still coming, they are on the way, but just share the link and say, kids on and this is what we were talking about all this time. Mr. Naushad, the director himself, as you can hear him, he is not mincing his words. What he says, he understands it to the core. You know, it's so nice when you speak to the guru himself. You know, you can just really tell that, oh my God, the guru is in the zone. So, you know, I am so fascinated by the fact that your book will not only hit the national platforms, but also it goes across borders. It goes internationally. So, you know, you are not just a small boy, but they've got this song, this new song. You want to bamba, you want to play with the big boys and all of that. So now it's like you are in that zone of the big boys, you know. So really, I feel so excited, like I could jump up into the roof right now. Okay, without wasting any time. And oh, okay, here is someone else. Mpume Simteng Konkoni. She's saying, wow, proud of you, Habi. I don't know whether you know this person, but nevertheless, I'm reading the messages that our viewers are writing. Mpume, maybe you know her. Okay, the other question is this: who has helped you, okay, on your path? Who has been by your side and has been your pillar in time of need? Because I do understand that, yes, we can fly solo, but most of the times there are days where it is not as easy as you are saying it, you know, but you will find that you can just crack your head on a wall. But there is this person that has been your mentor or your pillar of strength. Let me put it that way.
There are many people that I've come across in my lifetime. Yeah, there are a lot of people that I've come across in my life that have had an effect on me in one way or another. There's way too many to mention. Like I can see, like I'm scrolling through the messages, I see friends, I see family, I see clients, people I've worked with, and people that I hold close to my heart. Mpume is one of them. I know her very well. And there's Fiola Dowd. She's a client of mine. She is actually the one who wrote this book here, Mothers Know. I see people like Adila. I know her since primary school. there's way too many people. I think even one of my aunts is actually here watching this video. So I don't want to say the one single
Nice
person that I've
family.
had an effect. I don't want to say one single person who's had an effect because there's just too many that just to mention. But you know what? When I don't want to sound, sort of boastful or braggy, but when I was down and out at a time in my life where, when the doors are closed and you're just by yourself, the person you can rely on the most is you. And I want to bring this message to every single person out there watching as an author or whoever you are. At the end of the day,
Yes.
your biggest supporter is you. If you don't believe in yourself, it doesn't matter
Mm.
if your mother, your parents, your family, your cousins, aunts, wives, husbands, kids, it doesn't matter if they all believe in you. If you yourself do not believe in your own self, all of their support is moot. So I would like to say thank you to everyone watching. Thank you to everyone who's not even watching right now, but will watch in the future. And I know you personally. I want to say thank you from the
Yes.
bottom of my heart. I appreciate each and every single one of you. Every single person, I just scrolled through the comments, every single person in this comment section right now. Thank you. I love you. I appreciate every single one of you. Those who are not in the comments right now, but I will be watching or are watching and don't comment, I still appreciate you. Thank you so much. Because without your support and without me
Nice.
believing in my own self, I would not be here right now. So if you want to point out one single person,
Yes.
I can't. There's so many people. In fact, every single person in those comments right now has been a pillar of support for me. Every person who's not even in those comments right now but knows me personally has been a support for me. And the biggest supporter of myself in my darkest days when I had absolutely nobody was myself. So thank you to everybody in the comments. I appreciate you. You are my biggest supporters and the pillars of my strength. Thank you.
Wow, wow. This question, it's coming out of me right now. As I'm listening to you, how do you balance your work life and your family life?
It's a tough balance. It really is a tough balance because, a lot of people know that for the most part in multi-marketing, I am a one-man band. I'm doing everything from the editing, the ghostwriting, the ISBN application, the layout, the cover design, the ebook conversion, everything that I mentioned in my services. I'm a one-man band doing it all. So it takes a lot of pressure on you. But you have to know, as an author, as a businessman or an entrepreneur, you have to know the balance. You got to know when to push your pedal to the metal and when to slow it down. And for me personally, I found that I'm a morning person. I'm very much go in the mornings. I'm up at 2 o'clock in the morning and I'm all go from that point on. A lot of people may mock me. They make fun of me that, you're like a grandpa, you sleep early. But they don't understand. I'm sleeping early because I wake up early and I'm on my grind from 2 a.m. nonstop. And if you were to catch me at about, I'd say 4:30 in the afternoon, I'm absolutely brain dead. Like, I'm not talking to you. Like, I can't function at that point of the day. But morning, that's my grind
Wow.
time. I smash it out Monday to Sunday. Actually, I even meet clients, and I meet clients Mondays, Saturdays, Sundays. It doesn't matter. I love what I do. That's why I can be working and on the go every single day, and it wouldn't matter to me because I am all like this. But you're right. You do need to take time out from time to time. And I'm a person, I like spending time with people I love and enjoy. So family, sometimes friends, sometimes other loved ones, people that I appreciate spending time with. I spend time with them, and that's how I slow it down after a while, and that's my downtime. But other than that, Monday to Sunday, I'm on the
Yeah.
go. There's not a single day I can say that I take off. Even if, yes, I'm taking some time to spend out with my
Mm.
family and my loved ones, there is times where I spend some time and then boom, I'm right back on the grind. So balance. It's all about balance. Like they say, all work and no play makes Jack a dull boy or makes no Naushad a dull man.
Nice one. Nice one. Now, Naushad, moving forward, tell me, are there any companies, big companies like that are known, that you have collaborated with, or that you would wish to collaborate with as well?
Well, there's a lot of companies, and if you want to tell me who I wish to collaborate with, it's absolutely everybody. There's not a single person that I would say is off the list. That includes yourself, Let's Talk It Out Therapy. That includes every other publisher in the country. That includes every other business in the country. Whoever they are, whatever they do, I'm even friends with a lot of people who are business-minded people and who are business people themselves. So I like to collaborate with everybody, and I have already begun my collaboration in 2022. I have teamed up already with an Umhlanga-based publishing company called Crest Publishers, and I'm very good friends with the people there. They know me, I know them. So yeah, we're opening up, negotiations. I also work with a publishing company in Polokwane called Import Publishers. They're the ones who actually really gave me the start and really gave me a lot of support, and they were the ones who actually helped me breathe life into my very first book. So I have to give them props, and I've opened a partnership with them as well in their distribution side. So I basically, all the books that are going to be coming from them, hopefully will get distributed into the bookstores if all goes well. Same with Crest. And yeah, I'm opening up a lot of collaborations with many companies. I don't want to mention them all by name because I don't want to jinx anything, basically. I want everything to go off smoothly. And whatever comes, and I'm very happy for it. So whoever I collaborate with, fantastic. There's not a single person that's off my list. Everyone. Yes.
Nice one. Nice one. I think now the question that is, I'm still waiting for you, new author, beginner, or maybe you're not a beginner, but you have a question in your mind. Please write it, and I will be reading it on our live right here so that you can be answered, okay? You can write it in your own comfortable language, except for, okay, I'm gonna take Xhosa and English. I don't know whether, Naushad, do you understand Afrikaans? Because I'm in Cape Town, eh? So in Cape Town, there are 3 languages here. Do you understand Afrikaans?
Not that much. I'm basic. Basic, very, very basic. Very basic.
Okay, no, it's fine. I understand. Okay, not a problem. I think the question now that is also in the viewer's mind out there is that how does one get in connection with you, like in contact with you? If ever, here I am in Cape Town and you're in KZN, I believe so, right? And I've got this book of mine, and how do things go on? How do I connect with you as far as you are? Is there a way that you can help our beginners out there to understand, to have a clear vision of how to conduct you?
Yes, if you were asking me this question maybe in 1990, I would probably tell you there's absolutely no way. But we are thankful enough we live in a digital era now. We have lovely things like WhatsApp, email, Skype, and Zoom is very popular now. So even if you want to see the man in the person, like you said, like you can see right now, I'm not a person who hides behind anything. I'm very out there. I'm in your face. I'm like, you want to see if I'm a real person? Fantastic. Here I am, everybody. I'm real. I'm not a robot or anything. Yeah, like you can send me an email discussing your manuscript. You can send me a WhatsApp message so that basically I can communicate with you anywhere, not just in South Africa, but anywhere in the world, actually. I mentioned Fiola Dawit. She's still in the comment section. I see her. She's all the way in Saudi Arabia, and here, her book is getting distributed right here in South Africa. If that's not a testament to how far she is getting her book published right here in this country, that's something. So it doesn't matter if you're in Polokwane, if you're in Cape Town, if you're in Northern Cape, even if you're in Namibia, I can help you because we have lovely things like Zoom, Skype, WhatsApp, Facebook, Messenger, email, you name it, the platforms are there. We're in a digital age. I'm out there. You can see me. I can see you. Or we can work together in publishing your book. It doesn't matter how far you are. You can be across the country or across the ocean. I can still get you distributed and published.
Nice one. Nice one. Okay, let me just check my time because I have only 30 minutes with you here. But I am enjoying my time with you, and I'm just today is a day where I will be processing so many things. You understand, and I believe most of our viewers, they will be sharing this, and I will be keeping in touch with you, showing you what it has done, to most people out there. And I am welcoming those who are from Nairobi and, your family as well. We are so thrilled and so honored and humbled by your presence on our show. And may it be the start of a good thing, and really, as a hostess here and sitting on this chair, I don't know how am I feeling exactly. I think I've got mixed feelings, okay, because of the energy that is, it doesn't feel as if I am doing an online talk show, but it feels as if you are with me in the studio right in this moment, And I don't know, Naushad, if you can read one of the important chapters of your book, or maybe, I don't know whether it's a novel or what type of a book it is. And, that will inspire us and to learn from the master, the ones that have walked before us, So if you can go back to that book of yours that you have already published, I would love you to read us some paragraph there or something, that will inspire us even more as new beginners in this writing thing, and those who are experts as well.
Okay, there is one line in my book that I've written, and I think it pretty much sums up a moral of the story, and it's a moral that I want all authors to really take home. So basically, in this book, Race Champ Part 1, The Oval Tower, I'm just going to give you a basic overrun before I read this paragraph here. It's a story about Jason Woods, and he's a guy who loves racing and loves racing cars. And he comes into this place called the Oval Tower, where it's like the beginners, where you start off your racing journey. And this is where a lot of managers and agents would come and pick you up and say, we're taking you to the big leagues, kid. We're taking you into the racing circuit. So basically, Jason comes on here. He makes a few friends, but he makes a whole lot of more enemies because of his background, because of who he is. His day job as a car washer makes people look down on him as, oh, you shouldn't be here. You're just a car washer. What are you doing riding cars on the track? So as time goes on, one of the racers runs him off the track and destroys his car, absolutely wrecks it. There's no repairing it. But thankfully, he met someone along the way named Sasha, who he befriends, and obviously they form a little bit of a bond, a relationship, a romance, so to speak. And she's a mechanic. So she takes him to a place where she makes cars, and she designs a car for him from scratch. And there's this wonderful Greek phrase, or this Greek story about Jason and the Golden Fleece. I'm not sure if you're familiar with it, about Jason, one of the Greek legends who, and the Golden Fleece is like a coat that you wear. It's a golden color. And so when they design this car, and it's going great, and they spray painted gold, and they call it the Golden Fleece because his name is Jason and the car is the Golden Fleece. So he takes it to the racetrack the next day, and he has befriended someone who has been the Oval Tower champion, Stephen Myler, who basically is he's the guy. He's the franchise of the Oval Tower, the guy who's the best racer on the entire circuit. And he's befriended. He's fond of Jason because he sees a little bit of him in Jason. So he decides to impart some knowledge into him. And I think this paragraph pretty much sums up a moral that I want all authors to take home coming out of this. So basically, here's the passage. Jason turned around to see former Oval Tar champion Stephen Myler standing there. And he says, "Stephen, what are you doing here?" "Just popped by to say hi," said Stephen. "Nice new ride, Jason. What is it?" "Sasha and I built it," said Jason. "We call it the Golden Fleece. I hope it can win us the race tonight." "It looks nice, Jason, but let me give you a piece of advice that my brother once gave me," said Stephen. "It's not the car that wins the race. It's the racer. Just keep that in mind." Jason began to understand what Stephen meant and said, "I will. Thanks, Stephen." "No problem," said Stephen. "I'll be watching you from the crowd and cheering you on, Jason. Good luck." "Thanks," replied Jason before Stephen turned and left the racer's parking area. Now, I mentioned this during my book launch, why that passage is so important, that I actually have it right here on the first page of the book. As you can see, there's a car there, and it says, "It's not the car that wins the race, it's the driver." It's even on the banner of my book launch.
Yeah.
Because here's the whole meaning behind that. You as an author, you are the driver, right? You are the dreamer. You have a dream. That car, that is your dream. That finish line, that is the goal. That's where you want to be. And that trophy or that championship belt that is represented by the Oval Tar Championship belt on the cover is the reward that you will reap for taking your dream, you as the driver now, taking your dream, which is the car, to your goal, which is the finish line, in order to reap the rewards, which is that trophy or that championship belt on the other side of that finish line. It's a very deep-seated metaphor that not a lot of people may get when they read it, but when you, just like Elia and Pata's poems that are very deep in their meaning, my book as well has a lot of deep meanings in it that on the surface, yes, it's a fiction story, it's gripping, it's entertaining, but at the same time, there's deep meaning within it. So yeah, that's what I want authors to take away tonight. You are the dreamer. You are the person who has this dream. That car is your dream. That finish line is your goal. That's where you want to be. You got to get into that car, drive that dream, that car to the finish line, to your goal in order to reap the rewards. So that's the deeper meaning of it's not the car that wins the race, it's the racer.
Wow. Wow. Well done. I must give you credit for that one. And another question just before we separate and we go our separate ways. Can you give us the authors that already you have published out there so that we can go and buy these books by the bookstores, and which bookstores you're working with already, so that, because getting to know exactly the way your publishing company works and the way you are bringing up these stories, you and Bata, and with the books that I have already yet, I'm telling you, these are way more than the gold itself. It's platinum. It's more than what I can call platinum. As a result, where I'm seated, I'm thinking about schools. I'm thinking about why government cannot give you funding. And this is gold, more than gold. I'm telling you, you are like a mine on its own with the platinum. But I know for a fact that there are many other ears that will be listening, and I know for a fact that I will be passing this to many other people that I do know, and because really this is is making me so hot where I'm seated. But which books and that you have already published, and how much are they, and where can we get them?
Okay, so in the year 2021, as we've only started 2022, I published about 4 different authors in 1 year. And I'll run through them right now. And
Wow.
yeah, it's funny. It's funny you mentioned the government because they've actually contacted me, and I'm in the process of working out a deal with them where, you know, we can actually get more and more authors out there, more informed content out there for the people. So like I mentioned, my book, Race Champ Part 1, The Oval Tar, unfortunately, it's not in the bookstores at the moment, but I'm hoping to get it there soon. The thing with the bookstores, you did mention that you wanted to know which bookstores I'm in negotiations with. I'm not actually in negotiations with bookstores. I work with the distributors directly. Here's the thing. Many authors have a misconception, and I want to bring this to the fore. I want them to know this. You cannot walk into a bookstore. I make this mistake, and I don't want them to make the same mistake. You cannot walk into a bookstore and say you want them to distribute your book. It doesn't work that way. They'll tell you straight that we work with a supplier who is their distributor. Now, I have a deal made with 2 of the biggest distributors in South Africa who distribute to your exclusive books, your bargain books, your CNAs, PNAs, whatever it is, all your independent bookstores, Adams bookstores even. They are the ones who distribute. They're the suppliers. So, and here's the thing, and this is a sad story as well. The distributors don't like to work with authors directly simply because they feel, and this has happened to them in the past, they've been burned in the past with authors give them books and they don't put the work in. And there's a misconception by authors that, oh, a publisher or a distributor and the bookshelf is magical. Books will just fly off by themselves. The publisher has to do all the work. The distributor has to do all. Yes, the distributor will distribute your books. They'll get into the bookstores. Us as the publisher, we will market the life out of your book. We will take the soul of your book and market it to the masses. But without you as the author marketing your book and putting the effort yourself, those books are not going to go anywhere. So they like to work and prefer to work with established publishing companies such as Multi-Marketing Publishing. So I feel like I am the middleman, or the connecting bridge, I rather say, between the distributor and the author to get your books out there. So that's a sad story, but I am here as a pillar of hope to say any author out there that wants a book distributed, published, and put into bookstores, I am your neural bridge. I am the pathway to get to that point. Elian Pata, you've had him on the show before. This book here, If the World Only Knew, that's the book that we have published for him. It's in the pipeline for distribution this year, so keep an eye out for it. I believe it's going to be 250 Rand, give or take, maybe 230 now that it's been a year later. Another book, like I mentioned her a lot tonight, Fiola Dawood, Saudi Arabian-based South African nationality author. Mothers Know, this book will be out in bookstores pretty soon. I think in March it should be out in all your major bookstores, so keep an eye out for it. Pricing is TBA. The Map to Alagia by Mohammed Zahir. This guy, I have a lot of respect for him because he was actually my first author. He was the guy who came to me after seeing my book launch and said, Naushad Khan, I've heard a lot about you. Can you help me? And that's what sparked my imagination and said, I should probably establish multi-marketing publishing because there's a lot more like him who need help. So yes, Map to Alagia has actually been out in bookstores since around June last year. He's sold quite a lot of copies, and he can attest to that. So the distribution model does work for multi-marketing publishing. This book, I believe, goes for about 250 or 260 in the bookstores. It's a fantasy book, by the way. So anybody out there who likes Lord of the Rings, Harry Potter, this is your kind of book. In terms of Mothers Know, it's a self-help book for females. So daughters, mothers. This is like a book, a guide for you in the modern day world and how you can actually get yourself as a female to survive in the modern day world. Race Champ, my book, obviously a fiction book.
Wow.
Elian Pata, compilation of poems. Those who are deep into poems, they will like that. And a lot of authors are going to get mad at me for this one, but I have to say it. The best book I have ever had the pleasure of reading. It took me 5 months to edit all 612 pages of this book. You can see how thick it is. This is this is Kim Bagshaw's William. Naushad Khan, Director of Multi-Marketing, will tell you the best book I have ever read in my entire life. This book right here. I had the most fanfare buzz book launch for this lady because she put in the hard work on this book. This is fantastic. Vampire romance, action, adventure, romance, like I said, a little bit of comedy sprinkled in. This is the book. And two things I'd like to mention about this book. This is actually South Africa's first ever mainstream vampire tale set right here in Durban, in South Africa. So it's the first ever vampire tale to be set in the scenery of South Africa. And it has actually won an award by us at Multi-Marketing's choice for Novel of the Year 2021. That's William. So Kim Bagshaw's William, Map to Elijah by Muhammad Zahir, Mothers Know by Fiola Dawud. Those three will be in, well, Map to Elijah is already in bookstores, but Kim Bagshaw's William, Mothers Know, Fiola Dawud, that'll be in bookstores in March. Race Champ and Elia and Pata's If the World Only Knew in the pipeline. Those are the authors I published. How I found them, how they found me, very simple. My website, I'm on Google. You'll find me, www.multimarketing.co.za. My email, multimarketing365@gmail.com. And I'm a very open person. Like I said, I don't hide behind anything, which is why I put my personal number out there. You can call or WhatsApp 079-656-1814. And Multi-Marketing Publishing will. And here's the thing. I don't turn down any author, anybody. It doesn't matter if you don't think your book's good enough. I, Naushad Khan, know that your book is good enough, and I will definitely take a look at it. And if there's tweaks to be made, yes, we'll help you make those tweaks to make it a better book and help you get published. Not a single book will ever be turned down by Multi-Marketing Publishing. We will help you get your book out there. So get in contact with us at Multi-Marketing, and you can be just like all of these authors right here, getting your book out there into the world. So thank you very much, and I hope whoever's watching this book, whether you've been published with me or not, or you want to get published, I look forward to seeing and hearing from you very soon.
Wow. Can I read some of the messages that I saw here just now?
Sure.
There is Luvuno Lona. She's saying she's next. I believe she wants to be, okay, you know her. Okay. But anyways, there is Sam saying, Sally, he's saying it's not the car that wins but the race, but it's the racer. And he loved that one, you know. So Sam, he's going overseas very soon on the 22nd. And I believe he can maybe download the book. I don't know. He will have to listen to this video again if he needs to read this book of yours. You understand? So we can just see that people are loving what they hear. And sorry for keeping you this long, but it was so
been a pleasure.
good. You know, it's more than the word good. And I am looking forward as well to interview some of your authors as well, because, you know, as you have said before, that we are you are this company that is open to collaborate with other companies as well. So let's talk it out. We are, you know, we are the platform where we are saying, multi-marketing, join us, bring your authors. This needs to be told to the whole wide world, okay? And I'm telling you, sky is not the limit, but we fly high, baby. So thank you so much, Naushad, and thank you so much to the viewers that has been with us all this time. And I know for a fact that this video is going to be shared by many, many other people, just like Eliam Bata's video the last time. It has reached so many people, about 1,000 and some odds right now. And, you know, there are many views already that it has reached. So, you know, we are these people that are opening the channel, that our people, that our authors, that our, you know, publishers. And I know for a fact that you're not only dealing with publishing, you distribute, and you are also for the blogs and the YouTube,
Yeah.
but we're coming for that one. But multi-marketing is doing everything. It's alles. It's everything under one umbrella. You can hear the name of this company is Multi. So Multi means this guy does not sleep. I don't know whether he's got a wife. I don't think so. But anyways, we know about that. Thank you so much, Mr. Naushad, and may the Lord keep you and bless your company even more. And I know for a fact that 2022 is the year that all doors will be opened for all of us. Let's move forward. God bless you. Thank you so much, Mr. Naushad. I don't know what will be
Thank
your
you.
last words to us as a bye-bye.
My last words would be my life motto: believe and achieve. That's all I got to say. Everyone out there, no matter what it is you do, even if it's writing, publishing, just believe and achieve.
Thank you so much. There you have it, my people. You know, it has been a wonderful day with Mr. Naushad, all the way from KZN, and he has been giving more than what I can call golden nuggets. And on Let's Talk It Out, we're still going to bring more authors that he has published for, you know, and distributed the books and everything else. And what you will do for us, it is to share the link to others. We pass the knowledge we know. We pass because Let's Talk It Out is all about equipping people out there. We resolve issues, we give the answer. As you can hear that, we are not just giving information, but there isn't an answer here. So everything else that you would love to know even further, you can email him, you can call him. Okay, so thank you so much for staying us online on Let's Talk It Out with your host Akasha and our special guest, Mr. Naushad Khan. God bless you. Mwah, mwah, mwah. We love you. Bye.